Hello. This is for Thursday, April 9th. Um, and this is for we're going to go ahead and get back into the book. I know none of you have your books. I know. But there is a way that you can do it. You can get to it online. So I'm going to show you that really fast and then we're going to get into it. So you go to the link that I had posted and how you did the independent reading. And I put it on, I'm going to put it in document just so it's easier to find. I did independent reading, so go ahead and log in. And then you're going to go to Read 180. And the real book. Okay. So then you click it and it'll bring up your real book. Which we need to go to OMG. Look how loud my voice is. Okay, contents. So you're gonna need to go to bottom where it says contents. Scroll down. I don't know what we're on. D-Day. So it's going to be 206. Okay, and it should journalists risk their lives to cover wars. So that's what we're going to look at. You can have it. Okay, so you have it open. Now, we are not going to do this other page. We're not going to do 207 like they have it here. What we're going to do instead is do a discussion on the Google Classroom page, and that's how you get your points for the week. In addition to doing what you're supposed to, but for the most part, it's going to be this. Okay, so should journalists risk their lives to cover wars? On D-Day, photographer Robert Capps, maybe I should get my book out, spent 90 minutes on Omaha Beach. Bullets tore into the water around me, he later wrote. Because of a mistake developing the film, only 11 of the images he took survived. The ones that were published in Life magazine let the world see the invasion. Today, reporters risk their lives to report on conflicts around the globe. Is it worth it? So, here's two sides debate. So yes, first draft of history. Marie Colvin died covering a war in Syria in 2012. 2010, she said, "The public have a right to know what our government and our armed forces are doing in our name. Our mission is to speak the truth to power. We send home that first rough draft of history. War correspondents know the risks and are careful. I'm the first person flat on my stomach hiding," said photographer Lindsay Adaro, who was kidnapped in Libya. "For me, the first priority is to stay alive because if I'm dead, I can't do anything." Dang it. I was hoping she wouldn't come over. Photos and videos are especially important. People change their minds when they see battlefields. The 1960s and 70s, TV's news brought the Vietnam War into living rooms, and we watched that. This changed public opinion. Also, governments sometimes lie, but reporters show us the truth. So it's yes, that reporters should cover the wars to show us. And so the other side is no, not just their own lives. Since 1992, at least 240 journalists have died in combat, according to the Committee of Project Journalists. That's 240 too many. Journalists' presence in conflict zones does not just risk their own lives. They also put soldiers' lives at risk when they make mistakes or need protection. Furthermore, members of the military go through months or years of training. Reporters do not have the special skills they need to keep themselves and those around them safe. Reporters who choose to cover wars also hurt their families. Who have to worry about them. Putting themselves in danger is selfish. People need to know what is happening in a war, but the military is people whose job is to share information. Journalists can cover war without getting in the middle of them. Okay, so we have two sides of this. So yes, because people need to see firsthand what they're doing, and I agree that people are, not always forthcoming with what's happening in the wars. Then the flip side is no, because they don't have the training. Okay, they don't have to go through just to be in the military. Any type of military, you have to go through 8 weeks of basic training, and then depending on your specialty, months of your job. So really, usually you don't even see conflict until almost a year after joining in the military. Well, journalists don't have that training. So there is both sides. So those are the two sides. So what you're going to do, I'm going to put this in Google into the classroom page. You are going to write if you think that journalists should risk their lives to cover wars or if they shouldn't. So you need to start with yes or no and why. Why you believe that. Maybe a little paragraph. I would say 3 to 5 sentences. Okay? So that is your assignment. You all of you need to post if you believe journalists should risk their lives to cover war or not. Okay? You need to do that, let's say by 10 p.m. tomorrow, and I'll put all of that in the directions as well. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have another Zoom meeting, and your assignment will be to post on someone else's post saying, yeah, I agree, or I don't agree. Okay? But all of you have to make an original post. I agree because of this. Now, if you say, let's say 2 says, yes, I think that journalists should risk their lives to cover war because we need to see firsthand what they're doing. That doesn't mean that Evan can't come in and say like the same reason, okay? Y'all can't have it word for word the same no matter what you put, but you can say the same reasons because they're a lot the same, and you can use this as kind of what you're talking, back up what you're talking about. You can even go find something else if you've looked it up. So you can use another reason someone else has used, but it shouldn't be the exact same wording and just copy and pasting. Don't do that. You won't need the points and I'll get you in trouble, okay? So I'm going to post all of this online. I'm sorry. On Google Classroom, okay? And then we have a break on Friday and Monday. So we'll be back into it on Tuesday, and that's when we'll be discussing. You'll be kind of posting to discussing with each other, posting, like 2 classmates post being like, yeah, I totally agree with this. This was similar to what I said. I just said this, and I'll talk more about that when we get here on Tuesday. But for now, today, I want you to go and post on there, on the discussion that I'm going to post on the assignment, if you think that journalists should cover wars or not, and why, in the, we'll say 2 to 4 sentence paragraph, okay? If you have any questions, please email me. Otherwise, I'll talk to you guys later.